Thanks for staying with us. So today we're going to be talking a bit about Ogun State. We have with us the Senior Special Assistant to the Ogun State Governor on Public Communication, Mr. Dari Odufowokom. He will be discussing the road situation that has been trending for days. Quite a number of people have put on Twitter, on X, expressing their displeasure and the disappointment in the government of Ogun State for not rehabilitating many of the roads that we see. So he'll be giving us some clarity on some of those. So you're welcome to the show.
It's a pleasure to be here. Good morning, Master.
You're welcome, sir.
Before we even go to all the comments on social media, we have to tell you, because here on this table, almost every single time YK comes on this set, one of the first things she talks about is that Allagbole Road. She's Akute. Since she has known that road, it has never been fixed. And there was a time there was excitement because she thought that we were fixing it, and she came around and celebrating, and we're all a fan of hallelujah. And suddenly it stopped. Said the workers left, nothing happened until today. Nothing has happened. So
we all applied the road now.
Yes.
You know, you follow after Beggar, you follow to that end of the bridge. That's where you finish that road. That's that to go up, come down into Allagbole to the.
So let us start with that. What's the updates on that road before we go to other roads?
Yeah, thank you very much. The road, I'm happy you said she often says since she has known that road. So it's not a new development. And then there was an effort by the previous administration to start work on it. Perhaps they couldn't. The work practically never took off. Contractors were mobilized. And you see, when the new administration came, it is not only that road that has got issues. For example, if you look at what's been going on, has been trending, many of the roads they are showing, yes, those roads need attention. But if the government of Governor Dapo Abiodun had not taken so much effort to work on several hundreds of other roads since it came in, I think what we'll be talking about will be more than this. So I want to establish that because of the road we are starting with, it's all about precedences. If we had successive administrations doing as much, I'm saying this on national television, as much as, and I have a list of roads that were prior to 2019 in terrible states, that if Governor Dapo Abiodun and his administration has not fixed them, they will be part of those roads we'll be talking about today. So if we remove those ones from what has been done, we definitely still have a lot of roads calling for attention. And I tell you, if the governor decides today, or since his inception, not to do any other thing in Ogun State other than fix roads, he cannot finish fixing the bad roads in Ogun State. And the reasons are enormous. Ogun State, for example, has the highest highest length of federal roads anywhere in this country. And check it.
Wow. It
is the gateway. Either you are getting into Lagos, the commercial capital, or you are going out, you must pass through Ogun State. Federal roads littering everywhere. And many of these roads, apart from the few internal roads people bring to fore, majority of these roads we're talking about are federal roads. And I want to tell you, in spite of them being federal roads, the governor immediately came in, identified some road and said, look, if we are to make sense of anything we want to do in this administration, we must find solution to these roads. For example, the Lagos, Abeokuta-Songo expressway. It's a federal road. We all know the state it was in, even prior to 2019. When it came, a lot of palliatives were done on that road. Obviously, it's the people of Ogun State also ply that road. We are inviting investors by the day. This administration is doing a lot of things that needs other people from other states to be part of us. They'll pass that road. The governor reached out right from inception to the federal government. Allow us to fix this road. He made a lot of overtures, and for 4 years. Not until sometimes last year, around October, November, there was something like a presidential nod. Okay, Ogun State can fix this road. And we celebrated that because it's a major road.
Okay, we understand you had to explain this, give us this introduction.
Yes.
Back to the question I asked. Allagbole Akute, what's the update?
It is a road the governor is not toying it. That's exactly what I want to explain. Okay. But why he would want to fix that road today, having the resources, there are also tens, hundreds of other roads needing the same attention. Okay. And it becomes a matter of priority.
That's where I have objections because, just a minute, this question we've put to Ogun State over and over. We had they gave a list of roads leading priority at one point and said Allahbura was in the next batch. I'm surprised in 2024 we're sitting here and it's still not priority financially for the governor. Now, Governor Ambode had dealt with border roads and bridges along that side on the Lagos end of things. And you'd expect that, you know, Ogun State to collaborate and finish up because, you know, your state, Lagos is really relying on when it comes to housing and, you know, road network to that state is important. If you go to the Obasanjo Bridge after Ikola, you will see the work Lagos State has done up to that neck of that place. You'd expect that once you cross into Ota and Co, you will see better roads, but you will see the development stop halfway. Allahbura Akute, the governor Amosun had done that bridge. Somebody had come again and finished the road, but the road towards Ogun State now, which is not even a federal road, is still in the same state. Now, if you say you don't give priority to states that, you know, have been, you're supposed to be collaborating, roads that you're supposed to be collaborating on, which one is priority? The ones you are taking from inception all the way? Please.
You see, I like the choice of word. You will assume, that's your assumption. You are not the person saddled with this responsibility. And a lot of, if you look at it, for example, there are roads. Look at Ijoko Road. Ogun State has done its own part. To almost talking. But immediately you leave the Ogun part and you're coming into Lagos, you know what it is like. You will expect that Lagos too would immediately take that and do it. But it is not so. There are a lot of factors that comes into consideration when you have to use scarce resources to attend to enormous needs. I've just given you an example. I can go on and on. Parts of Lagos, roads that Ogun has done its part, and neighboring states are still waiting. Probably they felt they are pressing it, or it is. We probably may not have done it the way they want to do their own. You see, I'm explaining this for you to understand that. In economics, we talk about opportunity cost. For everything you have done, there is something left undone. I want to, let me sum my position up with what I think is the opinion of Mr. Governor, my principal on this matter. His opinion is that we must carry this cross. So when this issue started, they are dragging Ogun, they are not. He said they are not dragging us. They are informing us. And it is, what they are doing is crucial, is important, is good for us to know that, yes, indeed, we still have a lot of work to do. And he sees it as we must carry this cross. We inherited this problem. We will not finish it. Even if we use the whole allocation, everything we have to Ogun we won't finish it.
What's the state of Agbara?
Okay,
Agbara, for example.
Let me pause you for a second because I have to bring in someone who's supposed to be our second guest on this show. Joining us on the show is a businesswoman, political activist, former governorship aspirant, Hauwa, Allahbura. She'll be joining us from our Abuja studios. Okay. Welcome, Hauwa. Are you there?
Yes, I am. Thank you so much.
Good to have you because you are the forefront of the tweets that led to all the trends concerning the Ogun State roads. And I'll come to you in a minute because we're still engaging the special advisor in a second, but just let you know, we'll come to you in a minute. Let me just hear, I think BC wanted to say something about Mary.
Okay.
So I would like to know,
all right, okay,
for data's sake, when Governor Dapo Abiodun got into this point, the roads that he identified that he was going to work on, how many of those roads has he done so far? And what is left? So that people have a sense of, because sometimes we are quick to jump into conclusions when we really do not have data. So help us break it down. How many roads he identified, what he has done, and what is left, so that when we are seeking for help, maybe to the federal government to come and do their bit, we know what to hold. Just help us, sir.
Thank you very much. Talking about how many he identified, how many he has done, the governor went round while campaigning.
Okay.
He saw the state of things. He's somebody who went into office prepared. And he identified a lot of roads needing attention. And he made up his mind, he was going into office, that he was going to hit the ground running, prioritizing this road. And if you permit me, I'll tell you, I can go on. I don't just want to give you figures. I want to give you names of roads.
Yes.
Okay.
Like if I tell you almost 100 roads, don't doubt me. I may not have the opportunity of listing everything, but there are some that, one way or the other, you will have seen them. I've just in Ijegun, and one thing the governor did is spread development.
Give me five. Give me
Okay,
five.
I'll give you. For example, you must have seen the Ijoko Road, Mojoda Ekpe Road. I just mentioned it. It's one of the best you can see anywhere. Then Abeokuta Shiun from interchange.
Okay.
Then Pasheke Adigbe Road, right in Abeokuta. Let me jump it and talk about AIT Power Road in Ota. Because when people talk about Ota axis, I can mention, if I don't want to concentrate on Ota, but I will want to mention roads in Ota. If you want more, there is a Tasomori Road, which is in Abeokuta. Then away, even in the Ijebu axis, the Oru, Hauwa, Allahbura Road. These are new roads. If you want me to start mentioning rehabilitated road, there are many.
Okay, let me let Mariam jump in.
Yes, so I was going to ask, just also for information's sake, when were these roads done?
Good. All these roads that I mentioned, and more that I can mention, are roads done between 2019 when he took over and now. No, they are not inherited projects. Okay. Roads done. Talking about the one just within this 1 year. I can tell you about the Owode Road. It's new. Hospital Road in Ogijo. It's barely months.
So these roads, because
Iperu, Shagamu, Iperu Road. Yeah. It's new.
Okay.
I can go on and on. But then, of course, there are many roads needing attention.
Okay. I'm going to go on a very short break. When we come back, I'll bring in Hauwa because she started the trends and we'll see the roads she has issues with and that caused this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing Ogun State, and if you know that we try to hold government accountable because they work for the public, and it's important that when times like this come, we have guests who are able to talk to us on what government is doing, and we also have citizens who are able to share their views on their own perspective. So we have Hauwa again now, Abuja studio. Hello, Hauwa, are you there?
I'm here. Yes. Hi. Good morning.
Good morning. So let's come to you. What were your own concerns about the roads, especially in Ogun State? And what roads were you referring to that the government really need to attend to?
So on the 21st of June, I visited Ogun because I have some family members that live there. And I can tell you that before then, because of so much marketing and publicity that Ogun State has had on social media, I had no concerns about the state. But once I left the Agege axis of Lagos and I was entering through Agbado and everything, I began to see death traps. You know, the sort of roads that can kill a human being. And then when I went down and saw the extended family and the grave, and when I saw how people were living there, I was moved to tears. I was like, this is a state that is close to Lagos. I haven't experienced this type of thing before. Like, you know, the roads were muddy. There was no sort of stone to at least help the people to move, you know. And I asked them, I said, do you people vote for Lagos State here or you vote for Ogun State? And they said, oh, we vote for Ogun State. They said also the governor was here when he was looking for our votes and told us that he will fix the road. But since then, they haven't come back here. So I was just perplexed, and all this movement or hashtag came from personal experience because I was like, why would I see such a thing and keep quiet? So I'm not an expert of Ogun State. I don't live in Ogun State, but I can tell you that Ogun State roads made me sick for 3 days, and there's no way we can keep quiet.
Yes. Okay, I'll come to you in a second. Oguntola is on the phone. Good morning, Oguntola. Thanks for calling. You're live. Oh, we lost that call.
Yeah, I would like to know, because for data's sake now, we're trying to hold government accountable. I would like to know.
Okay. There. Hello, Oguntola. Are you there? Yes, you're live. Go ahead, please. Go ahead. Very clearly. Good morning.
Okay. Good morning, Mayo. Lima, DC and Naira. God bless you. God bless you. Please, I want to consult about this man that you brought to your program this morning. This is Mayo. I was living in Ogun State for so many years. I have a house here. Please, I want you to come from Songo to Ijoko, to Agbado, to Kiaro, to Lambe, to Ijegun. There is no any good road in this area. There is no any good road, a tangible road in this area. Please, I want you to come and see by yourself. We are landlords. We are the one contribute money to do a lot of things in this area. This government, this man didn't do anything for us. And our vote, the vote are taking this man in, it came from Ifo. There's nothing this government did to us. Come to Agbado, come to Ijegun, come to everywhere. Akute. There's no good road. People are crying every day. A lot of people have a house there. They are leaving the house, go to another place, abandon the house. Nobody, if you build the house in this area, I'm telling you, no tenant will come and rent the house. If you have any property or anything or business, the business will not function. There's no amount of money you spend on that business, on that thing, whom you cannot pay.
Thank you very much, Okuntola. I'd like you to respond to the Hauwa said hers, and he has also said that.
Thank you very much. Let me start from the last speaker.
Okay.
And, he listed the particular area and said there are no good roads there. And, I can tell you that the Agbado Lambe Road is one of the roads that work will start on very, very soon. I can say that because I consulted data, like you say. And let me also say that what he's saying now, it's expected from a citizen living or working in a place where development is yet to come. And we appreciate it. Development will come, but it won't come once. It will come gradually. The people of Owode, Shiun, Obafe would not say this now, because they will say this 12, 13 months ago. They will say the same thing, but now they won't anymore. The people in Molusi, Orui, Laporu, our axis, won't say this again. So we understand the desires, but I want the people to also know that the governor understands the expectations from him. So, and given the available resources, he is working very, very hard. I'm going to, as opportunity permits, I'm going to be listing out these roads. Many of them, people who talk about bad roads are people who live in that area. I only wish, just this morning I told somebody that I wish I'm not an appointee at a time like this. If I was still on your side. It has always been my own style. Talk about what government is not doing, at the same time, talk about what has been done. I know the role I'll be playing now, because there are so many roads that will still have been part of what we are clamoring about if Dapo Abiodun had not fixed them. Having said that, to respond to the caller, let me talk to my sister, Hauwa. Well, if I got her right, she visited for 3 days, and that formed her opinion. Well, she probably is not a media practitioner. If she is not, she is excused. If she is, that's gross inadequate objectivity. 3 days visit, what part of the state could she have visited? I would like to host you in Abeokuta. I would want to host you in Shagamu. I would want you to come with me to some parts of Ijebu on your next visit. And I will probably find a way of sending list of roads that were in terrible state prior to 2019, the coming of this government. Terrible state, almost 100 roads. And I want you to please put the same energy in verifying if truly these roads were bad before and they have been fixed now. Please, I am pleading. I will not begrudge you for what you have done. Like my principal said, he said, you are not dragging us. You are informing us. And you have informed us now, and we have also come to inform you that we have done so many roads. Probably you didn't have the opportunity of visiting those areas. I listened to you. You came in through Agege. That's a federal road, my sister. And that's a road the Ogun State administration is working. So if we get what they call the Federal Executive Council approval letter, as of today, I am on national TV. Yeah. Ogun State has mobilized contractor to that road. Okay. Lagos, Sango, Abeokuta. Ogun State has mobilized contractors. Right. What is stopping us is the issue of us not getting clearance from Federal Executive Council.
Let me take
if we get it today, that road will be fixed.
Let me call you from Biodun is calling from Itele, Ogun State. Good morning, Biodun, you're live. Itele. Good morning, sir, you're live. Good morning, sir.
It is very disappointing that this man will come up to be saying all this one. Those days when he appears on journalist angles and everything, he talks that as if he's a friend of the masses. I have been living in Teleota, Abaranje area to be precise, for over 10 years now. That road has been bad. Dapo Abiodun has not done anything there. Ask anybody that lives, that road used to be good during the days of Benga Daniel. It is the fastest way we connect to water, even from Abeson, from everywhere. But now that place is completely out of it. And he's telling us they are fixing. Is Abeokuta the only place in Ogun State? She should come and visit you in Abeokuta. Tell her to come and visit in Abaranje, or meet you in Ijegu, or meet you in Lafewa, or meet you in Ayetoro. Then you can say you are referring Ogun State, not talking about Abeokuta, not talking of Ijegun. What is this talking about?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Biodun.
Exactly.
Because you keep emphasizing that the governor is aware of the plight of the people and roads will be done gradually. What roads are under the governor right now that are priority? Okay. In the sense that we know, I traveled to Ogun State, I traveled to Shagamu, Ijebu Goto Road in Ogun State, and you just said some are federal. I want to assume that's a federal road because it leads to Ore. The Agbado Road I mentioned, some people have dropped certain roads now. Someone also mentioned online the Ijegun area of Allahbura and Co. No, a message now on my page talking about those roads. So let's just put it in perspective. I saw the message that you have about 20 roads or 120 roads.
5 by local government.
How many roads? What are the states of Ogun State roads generally? What is the overwhelming amount? Let's say they have 100 roads. Okay, we have 100 roads in the Ogun State. Tell us that fact if that's what they have. Okay, these are 20 that the governor was able to prioritize based on finances. I want those details now. So let's know how many bad roads.
The one we are working on now.
Yeah, let's know how many bad roads.
Let's start with priorities.
Let me. Priorities, and because the governor wants to spread development, as we speak currently, having concluded on a lot of phases, some roads were broken into phases. First phase, this, that. I just mentioned that I can read on. Let's leave those on that has been done. Currently, 5 roads in each local government, selected by stakeholders. Okay, we know there are so many roads in your local government that are in terrible state. Give us 5 that we must work on immediately. We have the list here of 5 roads per local government. Apart from those ones, the government is also in collaboration with the federal government now, working on some roads. That constructions are ongoing there. Now, for example, somebody on Facebook talked about the Laments Road that leads to the train station. So that the person should go there now. Construction is ongoing.
I traveled it.
I'm telling you to go there
from
now.
The train station inwards to...
When was the last time you traveled?
I traveled in April after Ramadan.
We're in July, for God's sake.
I spent a weekend in Ogun State. Even the taxi drivers complained. They just made the front of the airport. They just prepared the Shoyinka train station. That's where I stopped. They just start that place. The moment you drive up...
That's in April. That means, you see... You travel to the train station in April. I took the train
to Lagos last week. Complete.
Madam, visit the place now.
Okay, what is the state engage?
That's one. I want to give you Mowe. There is a road that the construction is ongoing now. That Ade Shonolu Street. Construction is ongoing. It's prioritized. That's Mowe. We are rehabilitating Liberty Road in Oru.
All right.
It's ongoing. I can go on and on. Ask for construction. Safetedo in Iperu. You see, the issue is about...
All right. Let me pause you for a second.
I want to ask...
One second, Nima.
No.
How I
question. Telling you what is ongoing.
No, it's printed. Maybe your essay, your special assistant...
These are my documents.
Printed it.
No, I'm SSA on public communications.
Okay, let's talk to Hauwa for a bit. Okay. Hauwa, I would like to know...
Yes. That's where the problem is.
Yes. I would like to know if you are able to remember the names of the roads that you saw, right? And I also hope that some callers who live in Ogun State can call in and tell us that they are staying where roads have been fixed, so that we can balance the conversation, so it's not tilted to one side. So Hauwa, can you give us a few of the roads you saw, the location, so that he can confirm from his list? Maybe is one is supposed to be in the works.
In E4, they are not doing anything in E4.
Okay.
Agbado The road to the train station, as at yesterday, I have live videos, because what I do is I have residents that are sending me live videos of death traps.
Okay.
So when a state will send people like the SA of public communication or the person that's in charge of social media to talk to people when we are talking about infrastructure and when we are talking about roads, it will make us be doing mental gymnastics and will not drive to the points that we want.
Yeah.
These places are there. We have listed them on social media. Residents are the ones sending me videos. Up till now, there is no single, if you check in Ifo, there is no road. When you go into Okpelu that I saw with my eyes, there is no road. Everything is a muddy death trap. So when he comes and tell us they are doing, it took Ogun State 7 days. I was calling them out for 7 days before they could release a press release to say that we are working on so places. And when they even released that press release, they didn't put Ifo, they didn't put Ota, they said Soko, something. And then we're looking at it, they're a government, they're meant to protect lives and property. You knew that we are entering a rainy season. You could not say, I will give a provision for stones or I will do drainage that will help some of the water go away. I saw children that couldn't go to school. Some of their parents have to carry them on their back to cross this water to be able to take them to school. So how can we be talking about roads in 2024? When I had some data analysts that looked into the budget of Ogun State, they budgeted for this year only about less than 500 million for infrastructure. And the governor's office has over 100 billion. So we are talking, I don't like to do mental gymnastics with people that have to do their job. I need the people that are in charge of infrastructure. I need the people that are in charge of fixing the roads to actually fix the road, because we're going to give you time because of respect, because we are respectful citizens and we understand the governor and we understand the government. But if these roads are not fixed, we are going to come back and campaign, because even I that want to stop, the residents are telling me, please do not stop, because our life expectancy rate is being cut short. It's not rocket science.
I'll let you respond to her now.
Beautiful. I respect your opinion. However, I want to tell you that I think you are either misguided or you are not looking at issues objectively. I have told you, 3 days is not enough for you to develop the level of expertise you are trying to display. You came to Ogun State, according to you, to a particular place, and you spent 3 days.
What of the videos the residents?
I'm coming to that. I will help you get residents who will send you videos of good roads in Ogun State. You see, I am a professional journalist. Listen, you're going to listen to me, I'm listening to you. I'm a professional journalist, and you cannot wish that I say what you want me to say. I'll tell you this. The fact that you have taken it to the length of having some people send selective videos to you is defeating what you are doing. I expect somebody to have sent the video of a hospital road to you. I'll send you to the before and after of that place. In Ogijo, I lived around there in Ijoko Road for some time before moving. And that's a road that was left for almost 9 years. People were selling their houses on that road. I think this is the video. People were selling their houses on that road. An in-law who lived there abandoned the place. Go there now and see the place springing up back to life. Somebody should have sent you that video. Somebody should have sent you the video of Iwo Road, where we have farm locations at the back, and they could not bring their produces to town for years. And then go there and see what is happening. Once you get to that Abaranje Junction in Owode, you will see people coming out with their produces. The road is... Somebody should have sent you that video too. Somebody didn't do that. Nobody did that. But people send you selective videos. Okay. As much as I appreciate what you are doing, I would plead with you that you don't let it become colored in a manner that we begin to fear. And you talk about you want the commissioner for works, infrastructure to come here. Look, what we do in Ogun State is everybody do your bit. The commissioner who spent time convincing me that, look, this is what we have. I took that. That's why I didn't rush down here.
Okay, let me...
I went to all these places. Yeah. Okay, this has been done.
All right.
Then you are claiming... Hold on, man. You are saying workers have been mobilized to certain roads, sir. I went there, and that's why when you are talking about Ladera, I'm telling you, we'll have to go back. I've mentioned some roads that work are ongoing there. Let people call in and say it's not so. The last person who called, we know ourselves. When politicians call, don't expect me to give too much of responses. Right. The last caller is speaking from very politicized view. Okay. The truth of the matter is we have a state that is in dear need of infrastructural development because it has been left unattended for too long. He said he's been living in Italy.
1 second, let me take this caller. So Tosin is holding for a while. Good morning, Tosin, you're live.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Go ahead, please.
I want to say one or two things because this show is getting interesting. You see, this man, I don't know why they will come on live TV and you want to cover up on some things that are not visible. I've lived in Ifo. I still be married by God. My family is in Ifo. My dad, my mom, and everybody is in Ifo. I now stay in Lagos. It is fair going to Ifo to go and visit my family. I usually take a bus to toll gate. Hello?
Go ahead, we can hear you.
I usually take a bus to toll gate. From toll gate, I will now take a bike to Ifo because that road is not motorable. For how many years they will keep waiting for an approval from the federal government before they can walk on that road? That's on my side. If you go towards Ijegun axis, that road has been there. It has been a death trap for so many years. For so many years. Then aside that, there are so many roads. When you get to Ijoko Road, you are going to Abaranje. That road has been so bad. Hello?
Mariam, come, let me jump. I'll let you respond. Let Mariam add her question first.
My question is, okay, what do we do now? So first of all, I'm hearing the state of the roads. The people that have called have described it as death traps. So they're just not mini potholes here and there. And it shows that it's sustained for a long time, the state of these roads. But what do you do in the different phases, you know, to sort of alleviate or like some sort of palliative, you know, until you can do it properly? So that it's not so much as a death threat. At least it's a bit more tolerable until you can do a proper tariff.
Let me respond to you quickly before going to the government of Prince Agbado is not stopping on palliatives where rehabilitation or construction cannot be done immediately. That I assure you. But if we are looking at that Lagos-Sango-Abeokuta road, sincerely, I want people listening to me to be fair. The government of the previous administration, President Jonathan said, you can fix road, we'll pay you back. When President Buhari came, he said, don't fix roads if I don't give you approval. This administration is telling you, don't fix federal roads until you are allowed to. It's not about we won't give you money. It's about the minister, as part of efforts of my governor, the Minister of Works, have visited both the Ijebu Benin Road and this Lagos twice on each occasion. In his desire to press what is left, I want to tell you that unless, apart from the issue of not fixing it because federal government has not given approval, we mobilized contractors who said, look, if we start work there, there could be legal issues. Some of these roads have been under contract. The governor was of the opinion, let's fix it. We can only sort it out with government to government issue. And the contractor said, we may get there and we'll get a stop order. Some of the roads that have been mentioned here, I don't want to be particular. Some of these roads you have mentioned on the outskirts are under legal issues. I don't want to. Okay. Some of these roads are but the last speaker who spoke about Ifo, he lives in Ifo. All the places he mentioned they are along that Lagos-Sango-Abeokuta road. So I want us to always differentiate that. We are handicapped by legislations and government activity, federal, state, on this. Let's talk about roads, similar roads that the government have taken up and have done. I want to tell
Hauwa
you.
mentioned 500 million.
The budget.
Yes, that's what. Based on what Hauwa said, you said that you have 100 billion naira according to what you get, but yet you are only budgeting 500 million for. Is that correct?
She doesn't have her statistics, and I'm not going to fall.
Give us the right.
I'm not going to fall into the same trap of giving wrong statistics.
Okay.
But you don't have the numbers. You don't have the numbers with you.
No, I don't have
accurate number. How much is being budgeted
They can check,
for
is it
rehabilitation?
state science or something?
You said?
Yeah.
Or something.
Sorry, Hauwa?
I want to plead again that I do not want to be
official
dragged
budget
into
for state.
You want to
that.
verify it. You want to cross-check it.
Verifications. I want to tell her to verify her figures.
She's giving what we're
She
expecting.
said or something. I want
question is,
discuss
do
or
you
something.
have the yes
Of course,
or no?
it's a budget. I can give you. The issue of road is not in isolation. We can have what
It's okay
we
to say you don't have the
budgeted.
figures here. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's not
Fine.
Then we
No,
can
I
get
don't
it
have it
later.
here,
Fine.
and I'm not going to speculate. But I'm also telling her that she shouldn't go talking on national TV, national radio, speculating.
Okay.
That is one. Two, the issue of budgeting. If we had budget for road and we have to stay within it, sometimes the changing in cost. I lived in the north where she is from. You cannot fix the road. What you use to fix 500 kilometers here, I'm assuming, will fix 3,000 kilometers up north. That's
Okay,
one.
sir, I have a
Two.
question.
Okay.
Or more like just to clear some things.
Okay.
I believe it's not supposed to take you 2 years, 5 years, 10 years to come into a place, see a problem and highlight it.
Yes.
As citizens, we have rights to say, this is what we have noticed, this isn't working well, and call your attention as our representative and as our government to come and fix it.
Definitely.
And one of the reasons why we don't have a lot of accountability is because a lot of people are afraid of this defensiveness that comes out of governments. For every time you highlight, okay, these roads need to be done, or this one needs to be paid, they always come up with, no, you're not saying it correctly, or there's a political agenda, and Nigerians are moving away from that. So what I expect from you today is to tell us, okay, we have heard what you have said. We are going back to those roads to highlight on the things that we need to do. And for the roads that are government roads, federal roads, we are going to state it. Is it going to be on the website or anything where people can have that information? Stated that these are federal roads and we are waiting for so and so thing to be able to carry it out. Now, for the inter roads that people have highlighted that have issues, you would have to give us the plan for it. Is it going to take 6 months? Is it going to take 1 year? What's plan? What are you doing? Is there money for it? What are you doing for that road? That way, Nigerians now understand that you are there to serve them. You are there to work for them. And you're not going to be defending anything they bring to you, sir.
Thank you. Let me, please, I appreciate your submission. But at the same time, I also wanted to know that in explaining what you will do, it is important to tell the people what you have been doing. And that's what I've done.
Okay.
It is not enough to say, I'm like you. I've been on this side for some, and somebody comes in after all this complaint and tell us, we have had you, we will do it. That's not what my principal wants us to do. He wants us to tell you that when we came, like you said, it didn't take him 1 month to identify the problems. He did. Roads are issues in Ogun State, and that's why he's been able to fix all this since inception. And that's why within a year, I've listed out the ones he has done. And that is why we know that what you are saying, the genuine ones. Okay. I came in here, I saw a video, I told you this video is not Ogun State. Go and check it. That video, the last video showed in that role, it's not Ogun State. Many of the videos.
The standard is high for
many of the videos being bandied online are not Ogun State. Okay. But we know those who are Ogun State. And I can assure you, you spoke about what the plan is.
We have very little time.
The plan is 5, currently, apart from this one we are doing with the federal government that I listed out, we are doing 5 roads per local government. There is provision for it. There are plans for it. And I hope you will invite me back soon. Okay. I'll be able to tell you this is what we have done in all this.
I have somebody on phone, but let me
Babatunde Muideen says, why did the governor abandon roads constructed by Amosun to connect Lagos? Also, someone is saying here, he abandoned most roads, talking about the Ijebu Ode, Shagamu Road, and focused so much on Ikperu, developing only Ikperu. He is not governor for Ikperu, he is governor for Ogun. I would like you to respond.
Okay, before you respond, so please note that. Let me let Tommy, who's been holding for a while. Tommy, Your comments, please.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, Mariah. Good morning. I'm calling from Mowe at Agbado Road. I just want to verify that at Agbado Road that the man used to mobilize people. I say in addition, there is nothing like mobilization of that road. You have not done anything. We are tired. Ogun State is suffering, especially that Mowe Road linking to Ogun State. I mean, linking to Ofada Road. You did only one lane, and you keep passing those lanes. Every time we're always having accidents on that road. And the other...
Okay, I'm going to take, we have a lot of comments on social media we should take, but I know that I'd like Hauwa to also, because you said you've made a lot of submissions, a bit of what's been done. Hauwa, the SA here has said quite a bit on what's been done, what's been prioritized, the limitations they have concerning budget and infrastructure. What is your own comments on that? What do you make of what you said so far?
Yeah. The way I tackle issues is that I do not like to do conversations on conversations. What residents are sending me is different from what is being painted here. The roads that they say they've done, if you check, even 4 years ago, some of them have been snapped and shown, and they keep repeating same roads, and residents are angry that these are same roads that you keep, showcasing. I also want to say that this is 2024. Anybody from any part of Nigeria can highlight any problem in Nigeria in any state, because I noticed that the media team of Ogun State tried to launch a tribal attack on my personality just because I called out Ogun State and I have a name, Hauwa Allahbura, and they do not know that Omo Yoruba ni mi Momo Yoruba, so they launched a tribal attack so that they could shut me up just because I'm complaining about the roads in Ogun State. We have given them time. We will give them time to work. Because we are not trying to cause chaos or, start up something in Ogun State. But we are also assuring them that if they do not work, we will also carry on with our campaign of DAPO, fix Ogun roads. That's all I have to say for now.
I have one question for her, just so that, because, sometimes it's been assumed or alleged that, this person must be speaking for a political group, or you have some political affiliations or motives.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us exactly why you're speaking? As a concerned citizen, or do you have some political affiliations or, things that you're planning to do as well?
Yes, so all these attacks were very shocking to me because as the time when I came out on social media to support the presidency of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it was a taboo for anybody to come out on Twitter to support him at that time that we came out. So having someone say that I'm not even from Ogun State, that I have something that I want or this, it's just ridiculous to me. I'm speaking from personal experience, and when I spoke my experience and saw that people had the same experience, I was shocked. And it was those people that kept moving me to please speak for them. And even aside that, some people that were liking and sending me videos were receiving death threats, because some people sent me messages that, they thought that I sent you the video, they thought that I sent you this place, so they're trying to silence us. They said they know where we live in Ogun State. So these are just ridiculous and petty things for something like fix roads. There's nothing I want in Ogun State. I do not want to run for office. I do not want to get anything. I do not have any affiliation with Ogun State. So please do not look at it like there's any political undertone. I am just asking that the lives of these people be valued, because what I experienced, I honestly promised the people that I went to visit that if I have the capacity, I'll move them out, because it was an eyesore. And I even cried that day. So it was terrible for me.
Let's take a few comments on social media, then I'll let you recap and just give us exactly what's been done. So I have someone here, Omomi. I'm not sure she wants me to mention her last name, but she says, Mariah, I can't seem to get through. The appointee defending Governor Agbado Junction should be, let me not use that word. Several roads in Ogun State are death traps and terribly bad. I attended an event 2 years ago, and the governor too was in attendance. The royal father had publicly pleaded with him to please help them fix the roads, and he responded that he would do it ASAP. I went back a year after, and still it was nothing been done. Mariah, Akute Road, he kept emphasizing on, is the state capital. Several governors have been there before Governor Abiodun, so the roads were already fixed before he came into power. He ought to have done more. Several roads in Ogun State are terribly bad. I'm an APC member, I'm not being biased, and he did the second term, for goodness sakes.
Yeah, so I Araromi Computer says, good morning, ladies in the house. I've been in Ogujo since 2008, and I can testify that indeed Ogujo roads were bad, but now it's very good. Thumbs up.
Okay, so that's a good
balance.
Balance.
Okay. I want to listen to that.
Laide says, Magboro Road is in terrible state. Abatunde Muideen Ojo says, Madam, your guest is not saying the truth. Ogun State is the worst in the whole of Southwest. Ado Odo Ota is the worst part from those roads constructed by Amosun, and Dakpon has abandoned them. His government did not do anything, Ado Odo Ota and the rest.
Okay, we have to wrap up, so I'm going to let you, sir, you've heard everybody, the complaints on social media, you've heard Hauwa, you've heard callers, so what's your summation?
Yeah, my summation is the same as I said when I was coming in. We are going to carry this cross. The principal is willing and ready to serve because he sought the people's vote, and he's serving. And it is with the same commitment which he has fixed, rehabilitated, and constructed almost 100 roads since he came, that he will fix these ones we are talking about, the genuine ones. Those ones, and the federal road, we are not giving up. We are going to get necessary approvals. We are going to do them. And for those who feel he has not done enough, maybe you'll be more patient with us. He will do more. For those of us who know very well he has done so much, beyond roads for Ogun State. Somebody said he has been in a place for 15 years, and the road has been like that. I don't need to say anything on that. That has only been in office for 5 years. Many of the roads we are talking about, you see, we believe in continued governance. Many of these roads they are talking about that used to be good were fixed 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. Why did they go bad?
Okay.
So, I mean, so if we go deep into this conversation, you will understand that Ogun State, a pastor said God knew that John the Baptist needed to prepare the ground for Jesus. That's why I allowed him to come. Those who ought to have prepared the ground for us, if they are done well enough, maybe we won't be talking this way.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a pleasure having you. Thank you very much. Hauwa, thank you very much for joining us in Abuja studios. We appreciate your comments, and we continue to observe and see how the government of Ogun State is able to respond to the citizens and see how things go in the next few years. Let's go on a break. When we come back, move on to our next segment. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.